Sounds like the beginning of a Hitchcock film out here. Glad I didn't park our truck under that. From Amarillo, Texas. I got up about 6:30 this morning, 6:30. Kind of hard to sleep in a Walmart parking lot. There's cars going everywhere, people coming in and out, and that giant flock of birds in those trees. They started about 6. We also have a cat problem because the cat will sleep in the RV all day while we're traveling, and then at night he decides he wants to party. So about on a regular 1 o'clock in the morning schedule, he's coming out and meowing and pawing at the doors and jumping up and down on furniture, and he wants to socialize. So we're not doing too good on the whole sleep schedule thing. And on top of that, our battery went out last night because we left a light on in the RV in the bathroom on accident. It's not the strongest battery anyway. Luckily I'm at a Walmart, so I can get that replaced. But priority number 1 this morning, the girls are getting everything packed up now. We have what I think is a much bigger problem. We don't have any brakes on the trailer. We got just outside of Amarillo last night, and we had to stop for gas one last time to get us to Amarillo. And we pulled off the highway and we started to go to this gas station, and it said no trucks with trailers. So we didn't feel too welcome there, and we drove on, and we ended up in this little farm community, and we stopped and got gas at a gas station. Everything was fine, but then when I went to drive out of the gas station, there was this really big dip, and we bottomed out. The hitch actually bottomed out. And I didn't think anything of it. We bottomed out before. When we bought it, the way they put the hitch on the trailer, it's really low. So that's something I got to figure out how to fix. I think I know the fix to that, but just haven't done it yet. But we get into Amarillo, and we kept hearing this grinding sound. And actually what it was is one of our stabilizer bars. And I think it's when we hit that dip coming out of that gas station, I think it popped one of our stabilizer bars out when we bottomed out. That's never happened before. So I didn't even think to look for it. We just heard this grinding sound. We thought, well, that must be the chains, because the chains hang kind of low too. And Cris is like, I see sparks from back there, which is great because we got 2 cans of gas and all the propane. So, you know, sparks, it's just going to add more to the adventure, I guess. Kind of find out, we pull in the Walmart parking lot, and I stop and do a walk around the trailer, and sure enough, one of the stabilizer bars had come out of its like little slot where it's locked in. And luckily that didn't pop off, because that's about a 20-pound bar of steel driving at 70 miles an hour. Well, that could have done some damage. So I popped that back in, and but I noticed on the way here, I kept getting this 5.0. Well, here, let me show you. Right down here is our brake assist. It's made by Quest, and it's worked really well. It's got a little button right here, and so when you press on the pedal, see how it says 0? As I press more and more on the pedal, it should go all the way up to 99, depending on how hard I push. And then if I want some extra assistance going down the road myself, then I can push on this pedal to get more brake assist. Except it doesn't say 5.0, which is what I thought it said. It says SC, and that means there is a short somewhere between the brake assist module, or whatever you want to call it, and the brakes themselves. And I trust myself with doing a lot of things like fixing water lines, or, you know, repairing the roof, or things like that. I'll fix a flat if we have that kind of a problem. But when it comes to the safety of my family, there's some things that I don't want to touch, and brakes is definitely one of them. I could probably do it, but I'm not a trained brake guy, so it's not something I want to do, because if I make a mistake hauling as much weight as we haul back there with the precious cargo I got up here and the cat, it's not something I want to risk, especially going as we start to go up into mountains and things like that. So I've Googled a few places down here. One of them got like really good reviews, and it's only about 6 miles from here. So I'm gonna call them here in about 15 minutes when they open and see if they can get us in pretty quick, because we're supposed to be in Albuquerque later today. We took a long drive yesterday from Colcord, Oklahoma up to Amarillo. On Google it says it's 6.5 hours. They're not making room for a trailer and multiple gas stops and bathroom breaks and stuff like that. So it was about a 9-hour drive yesterday. It's only about 200 and some miles, I think, to Albuquerque. I'd have to look at the map, but it'll be a shorter drive today. But shorter still means longer in the long run when it comes to driving with a trailer, especially since we're gonna stop and be at the mercy of somebody to check our brakes out. Hopefully it's a quick and easy fix, because we need to get on the road and get to Albuquerque. So that's what we're gonna do today, and hopefully it works out. Those birds are just staring at me right now.
Good morning. I'm not sure what all he's told you, but we are now waiting in a Walmart parking lot to get a new battery because something's went wrong with our battery. And then we are headed to go get our brakes looked at an RV place because something's went wrong with our brakes. And then Skitty had a very interesting night last night. Skitty is our cat who's with us this time around. Addie's door broke last night on her room. And so the cat spent all night, I don't know, trying to fix it. I'm not sure what it was. But anyhow, I think I can fix the door, but the door is not the priority behind the brakes and the battery. So we're trying to get the important things because we don't know how long it's going to take us to get the brakes looked at. But the bottom line is, hopefully we'll be in Albuquerque tonight with full hookups, a happy cat, and I might actually get some sleep tonight. I should say, I was thinking just yesterday, man, the cat has adjusted so well. Now, mind you, this was his first night in a Walmart parking lot, and I think he's going to do just fine. I think the door being broken was maybe his last straw. It was about to be mine when he had me up like on the hour trying to get him to be quiet and leave the door alone.
So we're down here at a trailer sales and service place here in Amarillo. Called an RV repair shop, and they said nobody was in yet this morning, but they said to go to this place, and they specialized in trailer brakes. So I called them on the phone, and they said, well, if it's something simple, we could get it fixed right away. If it's something not so simple, it'll probably be this afternoon before we get to it. And I mentioned we still have to drive to Albuquerque, and it's over 200 miles away. So fingers crossed it's just a simple issue, we hope. Otherwise we're going to be driving late into the night tonight. With the dead battery I told you all about earlier, it's out of water, and evidently the way to keep your battery life going is to make sure that you keep distilled water in it. That's something my father-in-law didn't even know when we told him what the trailer place told us, and then I didn't do it. So now we also have a dead battery issue to deal with. So things happen. Some you can fix, some you can't. You have to rely on other people. So we're going to have to get a new battery. I'm going to try putting water in this one to see what it does to hold a charge, but I'm going to do a little research on it first to see if it's even worth it. Other than that, we're just sitting here in the cold and wet in North Texas.
So thankfully, Pat is working on our trailer brakes right now, and we realized that we have a hitch issue. It just keeps happening. I haven't been crying, even though it looks like I have, because I went to put my contacts in. And if any of you ever use those peroxide deactivating contact cleaning, you have to wait for the peroxide to deactivate. Well, something happened. I don't know if the tube went bad or what, but I put in my contacts and they burned my eyes to the point where it looks like I've just been like bawling all day. It's almost humorous at this point. I don't know if we're gonna see Albuquerque or not. This is it. This is what it's like. This has been a doozy of a day, though. I will say that. and did I mention it's not even noon yet?
All right, I'm just gonna come straight back. You make sure I don't hit anything. I'm just gonna stop when I clear this truck.
Keep going. You're good. You're clear. You got plenty of room.
Okay, get in. Okay, Google. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna pull up here and get out real quick.
Why?
I took a picture after doing all that back here.
I caught one of the thingies wasn't shut over here, so I shut it. It looks locked.
Thingy.
The outdoor.
I'll be right back.
Your door's open. We're in row. Is that did you get in that outdoor compartment on that side? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
What's wrong now? What's wrong?
I still don't have brakes.
I thought you guys.
He said I had brakes. I don't have brakes. Okay, so I started to go yay raw because I went in.
And I'm getting spam calls.
Yeah, we're getting spam calls like crazy.
Sorry.
So anyway, we came down here. We got referred to Young's Trailer Service here in Amarillo, Texas, and I called the guy and I said, you know, can you get it fixed kind of quick? We're on our way to Albuquerque and our brakes are out on our trailer. He says, yeah. He said, bring it in and I'll look at it, and if it's an easy fix, I should have you in and out. If it's not an easy fix, then it might be into the afternoon. I guess they're kind of popular, and if you see how many trailers they got around here, they got lots of work. But he went in, looked at it, and fixed what we thought was the problem, and it cost me a whopping $20.36. That was good for the moment. He tested the brake assist. He said everything worked fine, so we started to pull out. As soon as we started to pull out, the brake assist failed again, and so we came around and come to find out that it's worse than that because the brakes failed. And he said, well, it sounds like you got a bad magnet in your brakes in the trailer. So now we're definitely not going to go to Albuquerque right now because I'm not driving down the highway without brakes on this heavy trailer. Another problem we've got is on one of the stabilizer bars. It sits really low, and if there's a dip anywhere, you bottom out, and when you bottom out, it bends. It's bending one of the braces for the stabilizer bar, and it keeps popping out. That's now happened 3 times. So since we're here for the next couple hours, I'm going to see if I have the tools. And if I do have the tools, I'm going to raise up the hitch a few inches so that it doesn't have that problem again. If I don't have the tools, then we're just going to try not to bottom out until I can go get the tools.
And then I'm going to go fix Addie's door that's broken. So
yeah.
the cat does not
Did you already tell them about
yes.
that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the cat doesn't feel like that's his job.
So far on this trip, we have no brakes on the trailer.
No battery.
Broken door. A dead battery, and a stabilizer that's bad.
And I put peroxide in my eyes.
Oh, and it's 46 degrees and raining in Amarillo, Texas. And
we're having fun.
So I'm thinking if we have the tools, you fix the stabilizer hitch and I'll take care of the door.
No, I'm gonna go take care of the door.
We'll eventually get to Albuquerque. We may have to fly there. We're going to Albuquerque.
Here we go.
There goes our trailer into the shop. I hope they can fix it. Oh my gosh, the cat's in there going, what the crap?
So, plot twist. It's still raining. They took our home and put it inside a garage and told us they're gonna have it for a few hours. We have the dog with us. The cat's still in the cat's home where he's safe and sound and everything's fine. But we have the dog with us, so we can't go to like a museum or something like that. But we're like 15 minutes away from Cadillac Ranch. So, even though it's raining, I think we're gonna try it. I don't know if dogs are able to go out there. If not, we will take turns, I guess, in Cadillac Ranch. So, here we go.
So we've seen Cadillac Ranch on other YouTubers' videos.
And by driving by.
Yeah, the last time when we were hauling tail back home last spring, we looked over and went, oh, by the way,
there it was.
Cadillac
We missed
Ranch.
it yesterday, though.
No, we didn't. We haven't come this far west yet.
Oh.
See, it's west of Amarillo, off of I-40. It's you can get to it off of the eastbound lanes, I guess. Well, I guess you can go from the westbound too, but it's on the south side of Interstate 40.
I thought, honey, I thought we stayed at exit 65. This is exit 62.
Right.
And we went further west to exit 70.
Because the exits are going to get smaller going this way as you go west, because you're getting closer to the border.
But I thought last night they were getting bigger. I'm sorry.
That's Cadillac Ranch. We have no idea where we are, but it has been raining all day, and
it's muddy.
We just pulled in and we saw some poor feller stomping and rubbing his feet and scratching his feet on the rocks.
There's a woman walking back, and you could see that the mud was clumped.
Yeah. And all of our good clothes, change of shoes and stuff are in the trailer, which is that way.
Yeah, and our hiking, or mine and Addie's hiking stuff. And so we're just like, hi.
So we're going to show you this from a distance. If you want to see it up close, go check out somebody else's YouTube channel.
Or we might, when we come back to Texas, we may come back over here.
We might.
On a sunny day.
So don't go look at other YouTubers. Just kidding. Yeah. Less Junk, More Journeys, the one that showed us this, and we just thought it was awesome, so it was cool to
Well, we don't
see
have spray cans or anything today either.
No,
so
we could throw mud on them, I guess.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, because that would stay in the rain.
Well, I think it's awfully cool, and...
Oh, there's more people pulling in to check it out.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy's in a suit jacket.
Are you for real?
Yeah, well, like a sport coat.
Maybe
some people just dress up to come to the Cadillac Ranch.
I do want
Probably wouldn't do that for the Volvo Ranch. I don't care how bad it gets. I don't care if a meteor falls through our RV. It will not make us go to that place. Sorry, Bates Motel. And I fixed the hitch. I fixed the hitch.
Yes, he did. He fixed it while we were waiting for our brakes.
Yeah.
But we're whispering so nothing else breaks.
Don't tell the cow. Don't tell the cow. No, I took the hitch and I flipped it upside down so that it wouldn't sit so low, and the trailer still sits level, but now it won't
bottom out.
cross fingers.
And
the
hitch people told us that was actually how he has it now is how it's preferred.
Yeah.
So.
And you haven't even seen the bill yet.
I'm concerned.
$15.
Are you kidding?
They fixed our trailer. Now, they charged us $20 the first time because they gave us a $5 part and charged us $15 labor.
Hours on this.
And then they took it when we found out the brakes didn't work. Again, they took it into the shop, and the head dude of the place, Pat, you're the man. He handed it over to a guy named Nathan. Nathan, you're the man, because Pat says jack it up, take the wheels off, and find out, because they were thinking it was the magnets in the wheels or in the hubs, you know, that control the brakes. Haha, we're stopping. This is good stuff. Sorry, let's test the brakes out.
I'm in shock.
But Nathan said, he goes, I jacked up one side, but before I got too into it, I thought I just checked the wiring all the way through. He said, when you hook it up to a battery, it's getting charged all the way back to the brakes. That's a good thing. However, they weren't firing off because the connections came loose back on the brakes themselves. They're on the wiring that hook up into the brake wiring. One of the connections came loose, and if you lose connection on one side, it somehow loses connection. I don't know. I'm not a brake scientist. All I know is the brakes weren't working, and it was a simple, he hooked in.
Do you know where
lines.
we're going?
I have no idea. I was just talking to them. Hey. But anyway, it was a simple, my wires were loose, and he fixed it to where they are now permanently joined and will not come loose again. So y'all, we got brakes.
Thank you, Nathan.
And this little excursion cost us a total of $35.
I cannot believe that.
And they could have totally fleeced us for any amount of money they wanted to,
because the brakes are finally working
and
again.
we're stuck in Amarillo.
You need to.
I'm good. We're
okay.
There's a train up here. And the trains go that way, and that way is Albuquerque, and that's the way we're gonna go.
Okay.
So we might end up on a train track now. Who knows? But at least we'll be able to stop, because we have brakes. Thank you so much, Young's Trailer
in
Sales
Amarillo.
In Amarillo, Texas.
They are amazing.
If you ever have an issue with if you got like a pull behind, fifth wheel, whatever, any kind of trailer issue, hey, they totally did us a huge service. They were so nice, and we came in and we're like, you need to fix this right now. Please fix this right now. And they were backed up with customers.
And they still got us in.
And they still, as quick as they could, they got us in.
And hardly charged us anything.
Yeah, and here we're being a nuisance to them, because we kept coming back saying, hey, fix our stuff. Now, again, they totally could have taken us for a whole lot more than that. And instead, they just fixed our problem and said, have a nice day. So that just goes to show you, there are good people in this world.
Yes.
Out of your state, out of your comfort zone, you can find good people, and we found some down here at Young's Trailer Service. So Pat, Nathan, all y'all, thank you so much. Yes, you guys are amazing.
And it gave us time to get our hitch fixed, which was another big issue we were having.
Yeah.
So it all worked out. But we're gonna go right now so that Mikey can figure out how to get us on the interstate and we don't end up in downtown Amarillo.
Okay, Google. So one little pastime I have while we're driving down the road is I like to chew on sunflower seeds, because I ain't gonna go back to chewing. And about a great big cup of not very good coffee way back in Amarillo.
Amarillo, we love you, but man, you were rough on us today.
But I thought, hey, now I've got a cup I can spit sunflower seeds in, so I just thought I'll just roll down the window and toss my coffee outside at 75 miles an hour. The cow's now brown. How now? Brown cow. So it's raining, which is a good thing. It'll probably wash it off. But sometimes I do things without planning ahead.
Let's just hope it does stop raining, because we're over the rain. I have not been so soaked in a really long time.
Sometimes it's good to have the jobs like putting gas in the truck, because that means Cris has to take Aki to go potty. And right when she grabbed Aki to go outside, it started pouring. Miss the little things.
We're ready to be in Albuquerque now.
Albuquerque, here we come.
Welcome to New Mexico.
Good morning from Albuquerque. We made it last night, but by the time we got the legs down, the hoses connected, I went and got a battery for the trailer, fixed the door. Cris unpacked everything, made us a wonderful dinner. We were exhausted and forgot to tape a closeout, so we're going to tape a closeout the next morning to say, hey, we safely made it to Albuquerque. Everything is back in order. Everything is fixed. For now, cross fingers, knock on wood, and we're gonna start our adventures. So keep following us along, and if you like what you're seeing here, give us one of these little thumbs up down below. Also, if you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, which is our fun-loving, slow-cooking, and RV traveling family, then click that little subscribe button down below. And also, if you want to know as soon as we put up a new video, make sure you click the little bell that we call the ding-a-ling. And whatever you do, laugh often.
Eat good food.
And speak life. Love y'all.
Well, everybody knows you don't mess with the junkyard dog, 'cause you might just bite off more than you can chew. You don't kick them around, you don't poke them with a stick. It's the last thing you should do. 'Cause what you gonna do when a junkyard dog gets turned loose on you? Well, here we go now.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the